Welcome back to Celebrity Foot Race, the show where we determine the theoretical winner of a 100-yard dash betwixt the stars.
Welcome back to Celebrity Foot Race. I'm your host, 𝐟𝐸☆𝐸, and we've got an intriguing inaugural matchup for y'all today. But before we get started, family, I'm gonna need you to do me a big favor. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so we can keep bringing you the show and make it even better. You know what I'm saying? And now that we got that out the way, let's get it. Today we have a matchup of two musical titans, Jadakiss and hip-hop, and Prince and, well, damn near everything else. And as always, we get started by learning a little bit more about our runners. Prince is one of the greatest music artists of our time. From the silver screen to the stage to the studio, he was a legend and solely responsible for the Minnesota economy from '84 to '92. He sold over 100 million records worldwide with a style and sound all of his own, breaking musical boundaries all along the way. And Prince got started young with music, thanks to a father who was a musician himself. He signed with Warner Brothers at just 19 and became a fashion icon and pop culture staple from there. And Prince put people on too. From Sheila E. to Morris Day to fine-ass Apollonia, he was definitely looking out. And don't even get me started on that Super Bowl performance. Bruh, if you know, you know. And as a musician, Prince really is unparalleled. A true master of instruments who on his debut album, For You, played over 27 of them. A musical virtuoso, particularly on the guitar, where for my money, he's one of the most underrated axe grinders ever to do it. And he proved that on this night, when on a stage full of rock stars honoring the late great George Harrison, Prince went ham and gave everyone who ever doubted his licks a serious wake-up call. Still waiting for that guitar to come down. But seriously, today the legend has one thing on his mind and one person in his crosshairs. That one person being... Speaking of who, Jadakiss is one of the most talented rap lyricists of all time, and a big influence on your boy's music personally. A cultural icon and 1/3 of the legendary rap triumvirate The LOX, Jadakiss burst onto the scene, signed to Bad Boy Records after The LOX were introduced to Puff in the late 90s. Thankfully, after a little, shall we say, convincing by Jada, they were able to get released by the Diddler, and we were all glad that LOX was Rough Rider now. Jada would then go solo from there, releasing a string of phenomenal albums, starting with his freshman effort, Kiss the Game Goodbye, in 2001. He sold over 1 million records worldwide and is known as a savvy businessman, helming projects like So Raspy, a clothing line named after the rapper's signature vocals, and Kiss Cafe, his very own coffee brand. He's a legend, no doubt, but how will the D-Block captain fare down on the track today? That remains to be seen. Wow, I cannot wait to get down to the track today. But first, let's find out a little bit more about the attributes our runners bring to the table as we dive deep into metrics. Now here at Celebrity Foot Race, we focus on 5 metrics when it comes to our runners: speed, power, stamina, fortitude, and finally, feet. Each category is worth 5 points for a total possible CompuDash score of 25, which is the score that I'll take into consideration during our prediction segment. Got it? Bet. Let's get into it. Speed is by far the most important attribute when it comes to sprinting. If you ain't got wheels, if you can't pick them up and put them down when it matters, then you're pretty much beat from Jump Street and eating a cloud of dust. When it comes to Prince, the type of quickness he demonstrated dancing lends well to speed. The sort of agility he displayed at that size contributes even more to his score. In short, we're saying that Prince was probably fast as 5 out of 5. Jadakiss has actual songs about running. Now, he was talking about running from them boys, but I digress. Because when I look at Kiss, I see more of a power build than anything else. So we're gonna give him a 4 out of 5. Power is an underrated metric when it comes to sprinting. It provides balance, and the thrust from a strong lower half can increase stride distance, while upper body strength generates torque and momentum. I mean, just look. Every year at the draft, those big offensive linemen are breaking 40 records. And trust me, it'll happen again next year, because when it comes to being a running man, power matters. Now, Prince was 5'2", 120 pounds, soaking wet. And even though he had a defined build, I don't think that it's enough to affect his sprinting. So we're gonna have to give the pop icon a power score of 2 out of 5. Jadakiss, on the other hand, is known for his weightlifting interests.
Look at him, in his prime.
And frequently works out with known trainers. So without a doubt, Kiss brings a power element to the track today. 4 out of 5 stuff. Stamina is so important when it comes to winning a foot race. How much octane you've got left in the tank goes a long way in giving you the edge over your opponent. Plain and simple, do you have enough left to pull it out in the end like Quincy here? Just watching Prince perform could make you tired. He was known for a dizzying amount of physicality in concert, and from the first note to the last set, he really did go crazy. Sounds like a 5 out of 5 to me. Now, rapping can take an extraordinary amount of stamina. I know this very well personally. The amount of verbiage that you have to expel can really train your lungs. And Kiss must have incredible stamina because he raps.
Tim start feeling like they night is on me.
That, folks, is what we call being in the sprinter zone. But wait a minute, front row, it doesn't last long because he later spits.
Rather it be the streets than jail where I die at. And I'm asthmatic, so I'm looking for somewhere to hide at.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that right there? That sounds like an extreme condition. And look, I'm not saying that asthmatics can't be great athletes, because there have been many. Stars like Jackie Joyner-Kersee, David Beckham, Jerome Bettis, and Dominique Wilkins have all had incredible careers despite asthma. But Kiss has an affinity for the sticky icky, particularly in cigar form. So for that, we gotta dock him. 3 out of 5. Now, you may not think of fortitude when it comes to sprinting, but the experiences you've had help mold who you are as a person. Be it legal trouble, medical hardships, abuse, or poverty, these things contribute to what you can handle both mentally and physically. Being black in Minneapolis during the 60s and 70s was no picnic. There was social unrest, defined by the '67 Plymouth Avenue riots caused by a black man being shot, unarmed, by the police. Sound familiar? But there were other horrors happening in the Nelson house, where Prince and his mother were held under siege by a controlling father as depicted in Purple Rain. Add to that a severe case of childhood epilepsy, and it's a wonder we ever got the Prince that we know and love at all. 5 out of 5 stuff. Kiss, by comparison, had a relatively stable upbringing with 2 loving parents, but just outside was a jungle in the form of Yonkers, and it was into this jungle that Jada's parents sent him when they told him to make his own money. He kindly obliged, but he didn't apply to no Wendy's, and since drug dealing can be one of the most dangerous and stressful jobs in America, we're gonna give Mr. Top 5, Dead or Alive, a 5 out of 5. Past athletic achievements continue to influence your current physical acumen, as usually athletes stay capable. Whether you're a cranked up transporter going Rodney Dangerfield on a diving board, or country legend Garth Brooks, who played football, wrestled, and even took hacks with the San Diego Padres, or Mr. Black Klansman himself, John David Washington, whose first dream was the NFL. Your athletic past matters, and it'll be taken into consideration here at CFR. Anybody that knew Prince knows that he kept a pair of shoes, a ball, and a hoop with him on tour, and he even played basketball live on stage. The sport offered a respite from a hard home life, and he was known for his mid-range jumper and ball handling ability. So basically, the Chappelle Show skit had roots, no Alex Haley. Bars. Now 𝐾𝐨𝐽 too. He's known for his prowess from beyond the arc and being an overall floor general. I mean, just look here. As he creates the turnover, starts the break, eyeing his teammate sprinting up the left side, hits him with the no look, and makes DJ Sway swipe it air to boot. Yeah, 𝐾𝐶 ball. 4 out of 5, cuz. Yup, it's time for the moment you all been waiting for, your boy's prediction. And I gotta say, when I look at this CompuDash score, it talks to me. The 5-speed score for Prince obviously jumps out, but the differential there is only 1 between him and 𝐾𝐶. But the power score screams an advantage for Jada, despite his stamina shortcomings. And with fortitude and feats all even, well, this is what we have to go on. That said, drums please! Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Top 5 Dead or Alive on this one, but there's only one way to find out for sure, and that's to take it to the track. And we'll do just that as we send it down to CFR Stadium with our on-field correspondent, Turbo Jenkinson. Turbo, take it away.
Thanks, Verse. Like all of you at home, I cannot wait until this race gets underway. The atmosphere here at CFR Stadium is electric. And wait a minute, it looks like Jadakiss has made his way to the starting block. And wow, are those Timberlands and jeans he's wearing? Still time to change your prediction over there, Verse. Can't hear you, buddy. And is he getting high on his own supply and drinking coffee? Is that even allowed? Well, either way, here comes the legend Prince to the track in purple stiletto boots, and that looks to have 𝐾𝐶 a little frazzled. But what's this? Those are breakaway stilettos. Underneath are a pair of purple cons? Forever the showman, that Prince, and the crowd loves it. But a hush falls over as both stars take to the starting line. On your mark, get set, and they're off. Prince has gotten a great jump from the gun. But what's this? Jadakiss is on the ground asleep? With the coffee crash. As Prince continues on. And here comes Styles and Sheik to rally their boy. That did the trick. Meanwhile, Prince is making his way down track. But wait a sec, folks. What's this? It's the original hater, Morris Day, as he trips up the pop icon.
Back off.
But holy here comes Sheila E. to Prince's aid. And she sends Morris scrambling. As Prince recovers, here comes Jada with the renewed burst. It's gonna come down to the wire. But what's this now? 𝐾𝐶 has fallen to the ground, and it looks like he's struggling to catch his breath. Is he having an asthma attack? Where's his inhaler? Don't tell me on the floor by his belt and his two-way. And that's gonna allow Prince to take the win. We're gonna see to the rap icon, but congratulations to Prince for taking the first dub in celebrity foot race history. This is Turbo Jenkinson, live from CFR Stadium. Verse, back to you.
Wow, what a thrilling race. That was really something. Congratulations to today's winner, the one and only Prince. And don't worry about the legend Jadakiss. We got a crack medical staff down at CFR Stadium, and I'm sure he'll be just fine. I think. Well, either way, they both signed waivers, so don't y'all fret. We'll be back with more racing thrills on the next exciting episode of Celebrity Foot Race. Stay tuned for a preview, and be sure to like and subscribe so we can stick around. Till then, this is Verse Almighty, reminding you, if you got a beef, settle it on the track. Celebrity Foot Race does not own the rights to any media presented in this program. All clips utilized under the Fair Use Act. Government type
Next time on Celebrity Foot Race. He is one of the most electrifying superstars ever to wrestle. He is one of the crooniest crooners ever to croon. These two legends will settle their differences down on the track as the Ultimate Warrior takes on Sir Rod Stewart on the next thrilling episode of Celebrity Foot Race. Be there.